folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Dom. I'm sporting my James Webb Space Telescope hat that I got about a year ago. I have a lot of baseball casts, but this is arguably my favorite one, certainly one of my favorite ones. Just because I love the James Webb Space Telescope, I love the Hubble, I love what they discover, I love the imagery, I love the fascination, the contemplation of all of it. But, kind of like in lockstep, I'm looking at a video of Carl Sagan's pale blue dot. I haven't seen this video that we're looking at here, but let's see what Carl's got to say about that pale blue dot.
From this distant vantage point, the Earth might not seem of any particular interest. But for us, it's different. Consider again that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives. The aggregate of our joy and suffering, thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines, every hunter and forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization, every king and peasant, every young couple in love, every mother and father, hopeful child, inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there, on a mote of dust, suspended in a sunbeam. The Earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena. Think of the rivers of blood spilled by all those generals and emperors, so that in glory and triumph they could become the momentary masters of a fraction of a dot. Think of the endless cruelties visited by the inhabitants of one corner of this pixel on the scarcely distinguishable inhabitants of some other corner. How frequent their misunderstandings, how eager they are to kill one another, how fervent their hatreds. Our posturings, our imagined self-importance, the delusion that we have some privileged position in the universe, are challenged by this point of pale light.
Pause here. I'm not so sure about that part of it, because there might be some case made that we are privileged. I personally don't feel it, but as a matter of argumentation, it can't be disproved. God can't be disproved. Can't prove a negative like that. But there still may be a case made that we are privileged. It could be revealed that way. Even Carl Sagan said in another interview, sign me up. Sign me up if there is a salvation of some sort. He's like, I'm just not on board with religion as the means to get there type of thing. Yeah, it's difficult to disagree with his point.
Our planet is a lonely speck in the great enveloping cosmic dark. In our obscurity, in all this vastness, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves. The Earth is the only world known so far to harbor life. There is nowhere else, at least in the near future, to which our species could migrate. Visit? Yes. Settle? Not yet. Like it or not, for the moment, the Earth is where we make our stand. It has been said that astronomy is a humbling and character-building experience. There is perhaps no better demonstration of the folly of human conceits than this distant image of our tiny world. To me, it underscores our responsibility to deal more kindly with one another and to preserve and cherish the pale blue dot, the only home we've ever known.
Before, I'd heard some of those things in different videos or reactions that I've seen, but I'd not heard this in its entirety. Well, and there may be more on it, but that was very eloquent, very elegantly stated. And the desire for kindness to manifest among mankind, that's where I'm at, even with this channel. Like I say, I don't care if you're an atheist or a religionist. If you're nice, or if you recognize that part of your position might be wrong and leave the door open to discussion with others, I'm good with that. Or at least if you're kind of decent, don't take yourself too seriously. I mean, even Carl Sagan took his work seriously, but didn't even take himself that seriously. Einstein didn't take himself that seriously. I don't take, not that I'm in their leagues, that's not the point. It's just not taking it so seriously to where you become nasty to others, and or you become so invested in what you believe. I mean, ideologies, he used the word ideologies in there. And yes, political, economic, religion, atheism, whatever your beliefs, your ideologies, and beliefs in those are, if we still say, I might be wrong, or it's better to be kind to the person next to me than insist on arguing or whatever, the pale blue dot would be a much more hospitable place to be. But I saw an image, it was probably in a video, but there was a still shot. It was giving a framework of how big the universe is. And it started with Earth, the solar system, and then the Milky Way galaxy. And radio waves have only been around for, let's just say, 200 years. They haven't been around for that long, but radio waves travel at the speed of light. So in 200 years, you've got 200 light years worth of distance. That's what a light year is. It's, what is it? 4.5 trillion miles, 4 trillion miles, or 6 trillion miles. So nobody out there knows about us, the existence of us, from our radio signals anyhow, beyond 200 light years. Well, the Milky Way galaxy, I don't know, some of you folks will know off the top of your head, is, what is it, 100,000 light years across? Even in our one Milky Way galaxy, nobody knows about us out there. And then beyond that, of all the other billions or trillions of galaxies in the quote-unquote known universe, nobody knows about us. I mean, even our fastest spaceship that is in the heliopause, which is just sort of leaving the solar system into interstellar space, left 40 years ago, and it took that long just to get to the edge of our one star, one solar system. And it took 40 years of our fastest traveling spacecraft to get there. I think it takes light roughly 24 hours to get there. And it took us 40 years. In any case, it's a monstrously large place. Massive, yes, that's also true, but it is very, very large compared to us. And Earth is all we know. Will people lose their minds if they make it to Mars? Possibly. If we colonize the moon, they won't lose their mind as readily because you can get back to Earth in a few days. Mars, I think it takes 4 months to get to and back from. And I think it takes an average of 13 minutes radio communication one way, an average, because Mars sometimes is closer to Earth and other times it's further from Earth. I think it takes 20 or 22 minutes at its furthest and something like, I don't know, 8 minutes at its closest or something for an average. I think it averages 13 minutes or something like that over the course of a year. Immediate communication is right now impossible because radio waves don't travel that fast. Will we lose our minds in such a way of living? I don't know. Currently, we have planet Earth. Take care of each other here, as Carl said. Anyway, guys, leave your comments. If you have an idea for a video, hit me up with it. I'll try to get to it anyhow. Whether it's pro-religion, anti-religion, I don't care what it is. I'll look at the arguments being made and share my thoughts. And the biggest one is what Carl just made. Hey, just kind of be cool with each other. We don't have to be dicks to one another. All right, have a great day, folks. I'll see you on another video. Keep thinking theology.